That's a fair question. You know, sometimes people are like, I can't believe you would actually tell somebody if they're going to pass over. Now, I will let you know that I definitely get messages about people passing over, and only if they have what's called an open contract. Okay, so how many of you, when you know somebody's pregnant and you know the date and you're right on, you know how you do the guessing game? Well, guys, you know how you do the guessing game when you go to the baby shower? Okay, the guys aren't going for that, but anyway, you do this guessing game on the weight and all this good stuff and the date, and everybody goes, I won. Well, if you're way off, have you ever done one where you know that you're really far off and they come really early or they come really late? They have what's called a closed contract. So when somebody comes in, we each have our own. How do I want to say that? We have the ability to either have it open or have it closed. There are some people that have what's called a closed contract. And that means you're not going to know. They're going to be the babies that come in and are really unexpected. They're going to be the people that die unexpectedly, okay? Or you think they're going to pass at a certain time and they don't, okay? And they surprise you because they rally around and, Okay, so this isn't, we're going to go to the first question. We're going to talk about death. But, I mean, death, you can't talk about life if you're not going to you can't talk about life if you're not going to talk about death, because we're all going to die, right? So we have to know that that's part of what's real for us. And when I'm doing this work, and I've been doing this work for 14 years as a living, and I've had many people over that particular time frame, where I've known when they're going to pass. And some very specific dates, and it does occur. And some specific incidents, I know when that's going to happen. They have what's called an open contract. And the reason why they have an open contract is because what they're doing is they're preparing the people in their lives. Okay? So when they want people to be prepared, they're going to, that's why you know certain things. You know how they're going to pass. They'll even kind of give you hints about how they're going to pass. Sometimes when they have an illness, such as your mother, it is a longer, they kind of are prepping the family a little bit. How do I want to say that? I'm changing, when I say how do I want to say that, like I'm changing the way I speak a little bit because we have an audience that isn't used to working with me, okay? You guys, some of you are in my courses, that kind of stuff, so you're used to the way my language. And so I've been watching some things that I've been doing lately, and I'm like, okay, if I don't language it a certain way, some people don't really understand what I'm saying. So just know that I'm obviously intuiting, and I'm trying to find a different language that would be easy for somebody that's never seen us, okay?
That's clear.
Okay, good. So, so what I want to say with that is that your mother has an illness that she is, Alzheimer's is a mental illness, okay? And it is something that she's actually learning how to acclimate to the other side. So she's processing a lot of things that she needs to process before she goes to the other side. And she's helping people on this side release her. Okay? And there's I have a whole series of communication that I want to do at some point. I want to do a course on that, but I don't want to do it too soon. So I want to be really prepped that I want to actually have that be one of our topics, okay? So I don't want to give too much of that at this time because I really want to spend a whole hour communicating about what I know intuitively about Alzheimer's, okay? So what I want to say about your mother is that she has what's called a closed contract, okay? So that's my...
So we don't know.
Yeah. You don't know. I can give you some time frames on, I can give you maybe like a window of time within maybe a year to a couple years, but some people I can actually tell you that, the date, okay? And I've been very specific about that. And the reason why I'm telling somebody that is because the person has what's called an open contract and they want them to actually know because there's some healing that needs to occur before that person passes, okay? And I've been privy to that information because I'm the one that's supposed to be, helping people get through that, okay? But your mother has a closed contract. I will tell you it will most likely be within the next 2.5 years, most likely sooner than that, okay? But I get that it's about a 2.5-year span. So,
and does it depend on my brother?
It depends on if they're willing to let go. So yes, the quicker that he's able to let go. You guys, I'm sure, experienced somebody that you go, all of a sudden you have this great conversation with them and then they pass, or you walk out to get a cup of coffee and they go, at the hospital and, they pass then. Well, it's because they've been, and I see a lot of tears, so you guys, I know this is a touchy subject, but no, don't be sorry. She's like, I'm sorry, I was the first one. But listen, that's why I want you to do this. This is about what we teach here at the center, so this is part of it.